Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon, and of course you can see we're in a different studio. We have the beautiful Las Vegas right behind us, and everything's very busy with us, and I hope that all this COVID-19 and everything, it'll be passing, it'll be gone, and I have Robert Sidell with me, and it's going to pass and it's going to be all fine, but look at you, you're all dressed up, and you look like you haven't got a care in the world. Are all your clients paying?
Actually, no, you know what? It's a strange irony, but 2020 turned out to be a very good year for us for many different reasons.
Really?
Yeah, it did. Well, part of my business is funny because I do injuries and accidents. I think I might be working on a case today that I took in a year earlier. So last year I was working on a lot of the business that I'd taken in the year or two before.
So now you've got, do you have much happening for 2020?
You mean, did much come in?
Yes.
You know, somehow we've been busy. We're very fortunate. You know, somehow the right people find me at the right times. And I've been in Vegas now for over 35 years.
Oh my goodness, you must be known. Actually, being known, Robert is one of the finest lawyers probably in Las Vegas, and that's the word going around. But you're a fine lawyer, a very fair lawyer, and
well, it's very kind of you to say that.
You win all your cases, and that's the idea.
Well, that's we try to take cases that we're confident in, that we can make a difference for people.
Yes.
And so as a result, we're able to create excellent outcomes. That's a very true statement.
Yes.
And you know what's fun? What we try to do in our office is make it a kind of almost a family environment, just like you created a sort of a family environment on this TV show.
Yes.
So we try to, in fact, as a matter of
relax
fact,
everybody.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? I just had a client show up at my office right before I came over here. He last came in 10 years ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So he's there now 10 years later. So and he's just sharing about his life with me. So I feel like I'm half counselor and half lawyer.
Yes.
People tell me about things happening in their lives.
I think that's because you take an interest in the people that you're serving them and you're helping them. You're helping them win their case that they have nothing and they don't know anything about.
You know, that's very, very true. But it's a whole journey. You know what? So many different things. For me, I genuinely develop a feeling of love for my clients,
yes. And
it makes me feel very nice to see them, and it's kind of a mutual feeling. It's like seeing an old friend.
You feel comfortable.
Right. You know, and that's really kind of kept me going in my life.
Absolutely. Well, you've got that type of personality anyway, because you really don't. You don't look like a lawyer, but you look highly intelligent. You know that you could ask you any
I knew
question.
I liked you. You're a very perceptive and intelligent person, I can tell.
I perceived him very well.
That's right. She's right on the spot here.
I've got it right on. No, but sometimes you walk into lawyer office and they sit there and sort of, they look at you and they're analysing you, but they've got this stone face on, and you sort of, you don't know how to start or what to say or what to do. And I've had my fair share of lawyers, like anybody, I assume. But how has Vegas treated you as a whole of being here? You're saying you've been very successful, which you are a very well-known lawyer.
You know what? Vegas has been a city where my dreams have come true. Now, I'm not trying to say there's never been any adversity. I've been alive just like anybody else, but I met my wife here. I've got 4 children, and my in-laws are all here in town.
And you like them?
I like them. No, her family. No, she has a very nice family. Yeah. So I feel very, very fortunate. And
you feel blessed and everything, and like.
I do, and in my own office, I have our own building. We've set it up kind of in an unusual way. I have plants and everything around, so it's a very relaxed setting.
So people feel comfortable when they come.
Comfortable.
Do you have any of your family working with you?
I do, as a matter of fact. My wife works in the office. My son works with me. One of my other sons is there today, and sometimes my daughter's there too. So
and now, are they all lawyers?
No, only my son's a lawyer. My other son is like does technical work for us. And,
well, that's sometimes better than being a lawyer.
It is, trust me.
Things break down and things happen.
Exactly.
And you don't know how to do it. Maybe you do. I don't know. But it's good to have someone that knows what they're doing.
That's right. No, just like you have these nice technical people helping you here.
Yes.
We need to have people around. But you know what? It's because of that environment. It's created a family environment. And people who have children, their children literally come to me and say, they tell their parents, "Don't go to the office without bringing us, mommy and daddy," because we.
I want to say hello and see them.
Yeah, well, and we have all these little fun things in my office that the kids really like.
So they can come there and have a playtime.
Yeah, because I've got all sorts of little artifacts and stones and things like that they like to look at and touch and things like that.
Now we're in Vegas, and Vegas has a different society of people. It's the entertainment world, probably of the world, the music industry. So therefore, you get different cases. They're not just car accidents or just something else. In the music industry or the hotels, you get a lot of cases like that.
You know, it's funny. I've been a lawyer. Now listen to this. Hold on here.
Hang on.
44 years.
Oh,
44 years. Can you
you
believe
started
that?
before I was born.
That's right. You were just a baby back then.
That's not quite true, but well, I'll take it.
We'll accept it, right?
I'll take that.
But because of that, I've done a lot of things. In fact, I started with a big firm that represented some real famous people way back in the 1970s,
Okay.
and a lot of well-known actors and actresses.
That always were in this town and before.
No, that was in California. Then I came over
California.
here.
Okay.
And one of their clients, for example, was President Reagan. Another one was Howard Hughes. So they had a lot of very fascinating people. So that was a great place to start. Then I came over here, and I've had every kind of story you can imagine. I've had, I don't know, I had people that have been kidnapped. I've had professional gamblers come into my office and ask me to sort out their problems.
So professional gamblers means that they know every card that's
These
laid
were
out.
people
And
back in the 80s that were, you probably seen movies about people that know how to
count cards,
right.
and all that stuff.
Exactly, and they came to me and says, we have a proposal for you. We're trying to figure out.
Change the pack of cards.
That's it. No,
I want 6 aces in there,
That's
not
right.
4.
They said we want to work something out. We need to divide up some properties, and we really want to do it peacefully and quietly. So we want you to decide. We're going to tell you the story, and let you make the decision.
That's nice.
Is that interesting?
That is very interesting, because that's not like a case you'd think about.
No, every kind of a story you've ever heard.
But that's like a real estate thing. That's because that is kind of real estate and breaking up different things and everything.
But the funny part was just that they'd had this history, and they were just like some of the movies you've seen.
So what's been the hardest case you've had? I mean, you've got to think, what am I going to do with this case, and how am I going to handle it?
I'll tell you an unusual case I had once, very unusual. 2 young men got in an airplane in California, went out got in the plane and never came back, and it crashed into the ocean. And so
Not into the triangle.
it was in the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, we got to bring this all in.
Nobody ever comes back from the
That's
Bermuda
right.
Triangle.
But so their dad came and met me at the airport here in Las Vegas, and he used to like to come with his sons to Vegas and to have a good time. And he found me here, so we met, and I was able to resolve that case for him. So that's an unusual story.
Did they die, or did they?
They did die, unfortunately.
unfortunately,
And I
yeah.
learned so much, and of course a lot of it's confidential, so I can't really say.
No.
But the bottom line is, of course, I'm not revealing any identities anyway. But the bottom line is that was a very unusual case. So I've had all
Right.
sorts of cases you would never imagine.
What about the movie stars? A lot of that.
Well, actually, I want to tell you something.
I want the dirt.
Here's the funny thing. I was in a movie with Robert De Niro.
Oh, how wonderful!
Yeah, I actually am a Screen Actor Guild eligible.
Oh, you are?
Actor. Yeah.
That makes 2 of us.
You are too?
Yeah, we're both. Yeah.
I was in the movie Casino.
Maybe we can start our careers again.
Yeah, that's right.
I doubt it, but you could.
Well,
but older women, no, they don't care for
Do you
us.
know that movie Casino? Have you ever seen
Yes,
that?
I
I was
have.
in that movie.
I think everybody in Vegas was in that
I know,
movie.
but you know what's funny? I got a speaking part in that movie, so because of that,
What were you? Well, you were the lawyer.
I was a lawyer. Actually, Oscar Goodman was the main lawyer in that movie. He
Okay,
had a
yeah.
huge role.
Yes.
And actually, he and I became friends after that, and he's really a nice guy. I like Oscar Goodman.
Yes,
He's
yeah.
really a fun person. But so that was a fun adventure for me.
Absolutely. So it sort of created it. You've had a different sort of practicing law in a very different way, because there's only one Vegas. It's very different.
A lot of stories. But I decided I liked about being a lawyer is I get to do it my own way. I hope you'll come to my house someday, because you'll see it's a very relaxed, a different kind of
I definitely will
environment.
come.
Different
I'd
kind
like
of
to meet your
environment
wife
than you would
and all
expect.
Your kids and everything.
And most people tell me as soon as they get there, they say, "Why do we feel so happy and good here?" That's just a common, and which isn't what you normally think of when you come to a lawyer's office, is it?
Coming to a law, you've got this edgy thing going on of when I'm going to like it, what they're going to do, and how much are they going to charge me. I'm quite sure you're quite expensive.
Well, you know what? Most of what I do is, at this point, is on a contingency fee, so that people pay
really?
a percentage of what I collect for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they don't have to worry about it.
Does that work better for you?
On these kind of cases, yeah, it's much better. It makes it easier for the client because they don't have to come up with any money to hire me.
Now,
And
do you still do cases in Los Angeles?
no, I pretty much just practice here in Nevada.
Just practice here? Because
Yeah.
I've got a friend of mine that is a lawsuit.
No, I have
going
friends
on
that I can
in
refer you to down there.
Los
but-
Angeles. Well, this has been going on for 2 years now, and it's an insurance thing, and it's somebody fell
You know
on
what?
and all that.
I'll tell you what. I'm like you. We're both creative people.
Yes.
You're bringing creativity. We're trying to
Create it.
You know, there's a word I like called auteur. You know,
Auteur?
it's a word that sometimes you'll get people that are producing movies like
Yes.
Frank Scorsese, who I got a chance to meet in that movie. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
That was, by the way, it was really fun when I was doing that movie Casino. I got in the same room. I was there with Sharon Stone, Don Rickles,
Oh, I knew Don
Robert
Rickles.
De Niro.
Yeah.
And by the way, yeah, you do Don. Yeah,
No,
he's a character, wasn't
Shecky
he?
Green and all those. Yeah, I knew them all.
It was fun. You know what? I want to support you and always laughing like you laugh. 'Cause when you laugh, it lifts people up.
Well, it does,
Makes people happy.
and I'm that type of person. I really don't like all gossip and things like that. I'm not into that arena at all. I like to laugh and joke, and then I like to, because we have this awful sense of English humour, which is very, very dry, and it doesn't go over your head, but it normally goes over most people's heads. They don't understand it. What can I do? Laugh myself? Yes.
Yeah, why not, right?
Why not? You gotta.
No, I think
someone's
you
gonna-
you have a great sense of humor. That's what I
Thank
enjoy
you.
about you.
Thank you. So, if anybody, how can anybody reach you?
They can. Oh, show them this
Wait a
book,
minute.
too.
This is book. This is the book. Now, when did you write this?
This is published in 2011.
Okay, 2011. Is
And-
this your first and only book?
I actually have some other books I'm co-authors with.
Oh,
I'm an
okay.
Amazon bestseller of 4 or 5 books, but this is the one I'm
Wow.
a sole author of. This is kind of my passion because it's a motivational book designed to help people be happier, more successful.
Oh, how lovely. So you must love me.
I do. I know you're fun.
He kept
I like
asking
you.
me to open pages. You can have the relationship of your dreams.
See, this is your topic, I think.
I think this is true. So every time you open it at a different place, it's got these sort of.
What's it say down- what's it say right
don't
there?
overlook your answer. Well,
Don't-
yes, you can question yourself and answer yourself, can't you?
All right, so my friends, don't overlook your answer. That we have to always, somebody's just right in front of us, but we can't see it.
No, we can't. And we have this is funny you should say that, because the majority of people worry about something that is never going to happen.
I'm so glad you said that to me today, by the way.
Okay, so
Very
we
glad.
brought up another subject.
So, no, it's so critical. I was thinking about it today. You know, it's like
We worry.
we can worry about anything and endlessly, right?
Oh, we worry this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and it doesn't, nothing ever happens. So I said, why waste your time worrying when it's not going to happen? Worry when it starts happening, when you're actually in front of the lawyer or in front of whatever you're in front of. Then you can worry about it for the answer they're going to give. But you still don't have to worry, because the outcome is going to be the outcome of what it's going to
And
be.
you know what's fun? There's a chapter in this book about how to give up worry. So it's exactly
Oh,
what
I
you're
love
talking
that.
about.
I'm going to love this book. This will be my bedtime book.
Yeah.
And you are absolutely amazing. And isn't he good looking? Oh, my goodness.
Hey, I told you,
I'm
she's an
not-
intelligent lady. I immediately was aware of how perceptive she is. This is fun. You know what?
Well-
You put a nice smile on my life.
Of your
today.
life today.
Yeah, you
okay, well,
did.
that's what we got to do. We've got to make people happy out there. And what we do is we promote people out there and we help them. I don't think you need promoting, because you kind of have done it very well on your own. But at the same time, it's nice to see you out there, to see what you're doing. And, you know, he's got the positive side of life, because he just said he has this COVID thing has not affected him as yet, because he says the 2019 cases were 2020, and now he's got 2021. He's doing the 2020 cases. So you're always ahead of the game, you know.
I like to say by God's grace. You know, we
There you go.
Listen, all I really know is life is a huge gift, and let's be
Oh,
grateful
isn't that
for it, right?
wonderful? And don't forget to go, where do we go? Amazon?
You
for
can
the
go.
book?
You can get on Amazon, or if
Where
you're in
else?
Vegas, you can just call me up, and I'll.
All right, just call him up. Okay, how can people reach you?
Oh,
Go ahead.
LasVegasAttorney.com. It's very easy to remember. LasVegasAttorney.com.
Right,
You'll never. That's a
wonderful.
nice, easy
And
URL.
what about the phone number, the office phone number, not your personal
No,
one?
that's all right. 702-384-3847. That's 384-3847. And again, you can find that at LasVegasAttorney.com too. And just
Well-
call me anytime. It doesn't cost anything to call me.
Well, Robert Sidell is amazing, because he brings a happy face into all of us, and now you can share what I just shared, and it's absolutely amazing, because we need this right now, and it's just wonderful. I also want to thank Quirky Mind Media, James Kelly. He's allowed us this studio and given us all this stuff so we can keep going, and we are going to keep going, absolutely. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube, Vegas Live with Ninon. And also we're on Apple Radio, we're on Google, we've got all these radio stations, absolutely amazing. Again, thank you. Robert,
Thanks so
amazing.
much. And keep up your good work. You know what?
I
You're
will.
making a difference. I'm
hope.
convinced you are.
Yes,
I know
thank
you are.
Isn't that nice? I love that. I love that. We'll be right back with our next guest. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.